Good morning, boat lovers. It is a glorious day today. We still continue the rescue dog vet visit saga. Apart from heading down to get CT scans on Maple tomorrow, she had surgery yesterday for a split and broken nail right back to the quick on her paw. A lot of damage, so the poor little sausage is struggling on with the funnel on the head and the bandage on the foot. She's doing pretty well with it. Is that good, is it, Maple? That's the girl. Good girl, sweetheart. As I said, it's been a bit of a saga, but we'll get this girl back on track and find out what's wrong with her when they do the CT scans tomorrow. Just had to go and damage her toenail and foot 2 days before we go down for the CT scans, so she'll be very familiar with vet visits. Anyway, it's finally come that I start the filling today. I'm about to do that, gonna have a grab of coffee or something, and then get out to the shed and get into filling all those screw holes, all the little joins, cracks and crevices in any bits of the plywood I can find. As you guys would be aware, I've been looking forward to that for a while because that's the last step before I start putting the fiberglass on. Because after fiberglassing, I paint the boat, which is just going to be amazing. Of course, there's still some construction to do, odds and sods. Some things I can't do until I've finished fiberglassing and painting, like fitting the wheelhouse doors, a couple of the hatch covers and things. I need to fiberglass before I finalise fitting those. And then, of course, we'll be fitting the windows. In fact, I have to give those guys a call this morning and just find out an ETA on those. So another week or two, we'll have the glassing done and we'll be into painting. So very, very exciting. All right, guys, I'm going to grab myself a coffee and I'll see you out in the shed. Hello boat lovers, welcome aboard. I'm Steve and I'm single-handedly building Dragonfly. She's a 53 foot or 16.2 metre flat bottom wooden riverboat. She includes twin outboards, aft cabin, galley, a saloon, wheelhouse, separate head and shower, and a centerline queen double up front. She's specifically designed for the sheltered and inland waters of the River Murray here in South Australia. Join us each week to watch the mayhem and madness of one man and his rescue dog building a massive 53-foot flat-bottom wooden riverboat. All right, boat lovers, the first thing I'm going to get stuck into is firing up the compressor so I can blow all the dust and dirt off the boat and out of all these holes and crevices. Then I'm going to grab the vacuum cleaner and vacuum over all the parts that I need to fill with the filler. Alrighty, compressor time. stay down, down. I'm at the bottom of the ocean. I'm at the bottom of the sea. All right, well, my compressor hose has kinked and was blocking the air, so I've cut the end off, put this in some hot water so I can undo it and rejoin the hose, take that broken piece off, and then we can continue with blowing out all these holes. This hose is not great. In the warm weather, it flexes really well, but in the cold weather, it goes very, very stiff. It's hard to wind up and it kinks, and I've had to cut it back a few times. So, I mean, I should really have got a different hose for this particular job, but as the boat's heading towards the end of the project, not much point spending money on that now. I'll do this join and we'll get back into it.
Late last night, I thought I just might consider checking out early. But when the time drew near, the light was coming in, I said, I'm not going down that easy.
All right, boat lovers, one of the days I have been waiting for. It's Sunday and I don't consider this work. It's fairly, well, it's a cold day, a little bit of drizzle, but not much rain as such. And I have been waiting to do this for quite some time. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what I'm all happy about. Here we go, as usual. Yes, I am burning the scraps. So I'm doing loads from the shed, putting some of the timber in the bucket of the little tractor, filling up the trailer here with all these scraps. I've got probably 3 or 4 loads to go. The thing is, a lot of this wood is usable for little jobs and things, but I just don't have those jobs, and at some point I have to say, okay, that's enough of keeping all the scraps, because I've done that for the entire job and now I'm tripping over everything. I've got mounds of plywood scraps and little offcuts of hardwood and stuff all over the place, a lot of them covered in glue and jagged and all sorts of things. So it is time to clean up, which is fantastic, because with getting ready to do the fiberglassing and stuff, I want lots of space for that and I want a nice clean environment. So this is awesome. As I say, heading back to the shed now, or well, I'll finish loading this lot up, then I'll go back and get another load, then I'll have some breakfast and then keep going. So what a great day. It feels like tremendous progress to get to the end of something where I'm actually, you know, clearing all this junk out. So yeah, really happy about that. Oh, and let's not forget the weather report. Grey, cloudy, light drizzle, about 12 degrees, no wind. Perfect for burning off.
just stuck here and dream. I see the water coming in. I've gotta learn how to swim.
This is a little piece left over from the bottom of the hull. You can see how thick that is next to my hand. So that's the thickness of the actual bottom of the boat itself.
I'm just stuck here and dream.
Pretty much with most of these pieces, as I throw them in the fire, I can remember what I was using them for and where they've been cut out from. So it's a bit of a reflective time for me to think, oh, that's the bit from when I started, like that piece that was from the bottom, and then I've got some pieces that I've been using from recently. So yeah, great fun.
I'm just stuck here in a dream. I see the water coming in. I've gotta learn how to swim. I'm just stuck here in a dream.
Done. Alrighty, tractor's away in the shed. Magpie up in the tree in the rain. Of our native species there, beautiful magpie. Camera getting covered in water, but that doesn't matter. Magpie's happy to sit in the rain. The camera can be in the rain. Alrighty folks, I'm going to see you after brekkie when the rain has stopped, and I'll do another load of wood and keep on cleaning out the rubbish from the shed. All right guys, see you in a bit. All right, load number 4 coming up. All right, boat lovers, it is Wednesday the 18th and it is finally filleting day. I've got there. So this morning I'm getting stuck into it, filleting and filleting. Let's go. As I explained before, I'm going to start from the roof, as I did with the sanding, and work my way down bit by bit. So I'm going to start with the aft cabin roof. That's this one here. So I've got a few different spatulas to mess around with. I'll mix up some filler and get into it. Alright, boat lovers, well, there's only so much I can show you of filling screw holes. A bit tricky to make a lengthy video of me just filling screw holes with filler, but I've done all the flat surfaces and some of the side ones. So tomorrow I'll be doing filleting around the corners and things, and probably the screw holes in the hull. So I will show you the spotty boat. I think the camera will pick that up. Not a lot of lighting in here right now, but hopefully you can see all the spots that I've filled. I've done all the way right up onto the front. Done all this top deck here, all the joins. We'll just wander up to the pointy end. Here we go. So you can see I've done all the deck here. So they're all filled. There we go, and that's all the way around everything. Alright, boat lovers, that is it for another week. Sorry if it wasn't a riveting sort of exciting video this week, but as I say, there's only so much you can do showing filler going into screw holes, and next week I hope to show all the little corners getting filled and doing those corner fillets ready for fiberglassing. As usual, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. That helps the channel, and as most of you would know, that's free to do that. Alrighty, we'll see you when we see ya.